Starting about 25 years ago, donor governments like the United States and the European Union, along with the non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and UN agencies they fund, began to invest in urban refugee research. This was lucky for me, as my own work was turning in this direction. In the early 2000s, the U.S. State Department, then and now, as of the end of 2024, the world's biggest funder of refugee programs, funded my team at the Feinstein International Center, Tufts University, to conduct a 3-city study of refugees in Aden, Yemen, Mesat, Thailand, and Polokwane, South Africa. Around this time, the Norwegian Refugee Council asked me to develop an urban profiling methodology that compared the experiences of displaced and non-displaced households living in the same neighborhoods. This work took me and/or my research team to Khartoum, Sudan, Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, and Santa Marta, Colombia. Gradually, UN agencies and NGOs were beginning to figure out that to support refugees in cities, they could not simply import traditional humanitarian programs designed for refugee camps. I was fortunate to be able to contribute to this line of research. Between 2000 and 2024, I conducted research in more than 20 cities, sometimes working with the UN or an international NGO, but often as an independent, Tufts-based researcher working with local teams. As I explored the experience of urban refugees, another set of questions arose. What did the arrival of very large numbers of refugees and IDPs mean for cities? Are the consequences of their arrival and ongoing presence different from those of regular migration to cities? These dynamics had not been systematically explored in the host cities of countries where most refugees live, in Africa, Asia, and Latin America. Most research and statistical data tended to treat host countries in the aggregate, as if the experiences of both the refugees and the host country can be boiled down to national averages and statistics. But within any host country, there is significant regional variation in the number of refugees and their experiences, and in the local responses to them. Not all refugees live in cities, but given the increasing numbers that do, cities give us a lens through which to understand the internal variations of host countries. A book about the impact of refugees on these cities needed to be written, and I began work on it in 2018. Because most of my experience has been in the cities of Africa and the Middle East, this book focuses on those cities.